Today I am going to discuss with you about the sizing of transformer. Suppose you have a building project for which you are going to size a transformer. In your building project you will have FTBs, SNDBs and MDBs. DB is nothing but it is the final DB, okay, in which we are connecting our light circuits and the power sockets, and then you will connect all your FDB to the SNDB, okay. Then you will connect this SNDB to your MDB. The number of these FDB, SNDB and MDBs are depend upon the size of your project. At the load calculation time, you will apply the diversity factor on FDB to find the maximum demand. Likewise, you will find the maximum demand of this SNDB and also on the MDB by applying the diversity factor. And here I am not discuss with you about the basic calculation of the loads, because our main motto here is the sizing of the transformer. Imagine in this building project your maximum demand is 1500 kilowatt. For this maximum demand we need to size our transformer. The transformer sizing is on kVA. To find the kVA, we use this equation, kVA equal to root of kW square plus kVAR square, the reactive power. You may wonder that why we use this kVAR here, because this kVAR is used for the power factor correction of the different loads in our building project. So we will calculate the kVAR by using this equation, kilowatt into tan theta 1 minus tan theta 2. Kilowatt means our maximum demand. Assume our cos theta 1 is equal to 0.8, which means our initial power factor is 0.8. Maybe on your building project the different load have different power factor. For example, 0.8 or 0.9 or 0.75. Take an average of the power factor. So here I just take 0.8, and it is the target power factor, means cos theta 2, which means we are going to correct our power factor to this value, to 0.95, for to avoid the penalty from the government utility company. We will get here 36.87 and theta to 18.19. kVAR will become 630 kVAR. This kVAR we need to apply on the kVA calculation. By applying this on the equation, we will get the kVA is 1627. It is actually the maximum demand of our system. So it is the maximum demand of our system. So for our sizing of transformer, it is the first step, that is finding out the maximum demand of our system. Second step is find the actual load of the system. Actual load means we need to apply the future load to this maximum demand. Generally we will take on industry about 20 to 30% of future load, but it will vary, depends upon the client. So here I am going to apply this 20%. It will be around 1953 kVA. So don't forget, here we are going to size our transformer for this load, means our future load becomes this value 326 kVA, means the actual load minus the maximum demand. We have to mention this 326 kVA on the load schedule or on the as-built drawing. Most of you guys have a doubt, have a confusion that what is actually this 326 kVA? Is it connected load or maximum demand? See, it is actually the maximum demand. On future, we can connect 456 kVA connected load on this transformer, but when applying the diversity factor of 1.4, we will get a maximum demand of 326. That 326 is we already got over here. And one more thing is, this diversity factor depends upon your project. It may be 1, 1.2, 1.5 or 2. Okay, the diversity factor means how much load are going to connect at the same time. See, on the case of industries, it may be around 1, because all the loads will be connected at the same time. Okay, but in the case of residential buildings, maybe 70% or 60% of the load are going to connect at the same time. So the diversity factor will become around 1.5 or 1.6, like that. The next case is apply the efficiency. Generally our transformer has the efficiency of 80, 85, 90, 95% like that. During the time of this calculation, we actually don't know how much it will be. Okay, but if you have the good work experience, you will have an idea how much it will be. If not, then take the worst case of the efficiency, means 80%. It means whenever the efficiency decreases, the size of the transformer increases. So here the answer will be 1953, means our actual load divided by 80% means 0.8. So it will be around 2442 kVA. Why actually we are doing like this? Because if our transformer has efficiency of 80% means the 20% is loss. Okay, means we need to compensate for this 20%. No any transformer in this world is ideal, means it has some wastage. The fourth step of this design is applying the safety factor. Generally in industries we apply 10 to 20%. We are applying this safety factor for the safe working of the transformer. Here on the above step we got this kVA, so I applied to that value this safety factor, so our answer will become 2931 kVA. Here I want to give you an additional information. Some unexperienced engineers will do a mistake and ignorance. After the second step, after the calculation of this actual load, they will directly go to the safety factor calculation. They ignore this efficiency and they directly apply the safety factor of 10-20%, and they believe that their transformer will get a safety factor of this 20%. But in reality, they unknowingly apply this efficiency on their calculation. Means they are actually compensating this wastage. They are not getting any safety factor, means their transformer is not going to work safely. Here this transformer is going to work on 100% of load, no any safety factor, which means after some years the transformer will become damaged due to the overheating problems and insulation breakdown problem, and many other problems will be arised due to the ignorance of these engineers. We are going to select a transformer for this size. Okay, actually we need this 2931 kVA only, but when we are going to select a transformer, we will not get a size of this one, so we need to take the next higher size. Here I will select a 3000 kVA transformer. When we subtract this transformer size from this value, okay, we will get an extra of 69 kVA. Okay, I already told you our future load is actually 326 kVA. For that 326 kVA, we need to add that 69 kVA extra. So our future load will become 395 kVA. We need to mention this 395 kVA on our load schedule or on the as-built drawings of our building project. Through this, we are actually not wasting the load of the transformer, which means in future we can connect more load on this transformer. Actually beneficial for the client. In your building project, if you have big motors, for example 50 kilowatt motor or 100, 200 or 1000 kilowatt motor like that, then you need to do this check, means starting kVA check, which means if all other loads are running at the same time and on the last you need to start this motor, then we need to know that this transformer could be able to provide that starting kVA to that motor. And here if you are going to start your big motor on first, means at that time no other load is running, then no problem for this checking. But in industry it will not happen. Even if we connect a big motor first, on some reasons maybe it will be stopped. Reconnect that motor again, we need to stop all other loads that are running. You know, when we work on industry, it is impossible to stop all the running loads. For this, the equation is main load minus motor load plus starting kVA of motor by transformer kVA. Main load means this load 1953 kVA, means our actual load. The motor load means, here in this example I just taking an example of 100 kilowatt motor, means in my system the big motor is 100 kilowatt. Industry we only connect 80 to 90% of the motor load. I just take the 80%, so this 100 kilowatt becomes 80 kilowatt. 100 into 80 percentage, 80 kilowatt. I just consider the power factor of 0.8. So the answer will become 100 kVA. So our motor load is 100 kVA. Now we need to find the starting kVA of motor. Starting kVA of motor equation is HP into locked rotor kVA by HP. Okay, this HP means the motor's power is 100 kilowatt. We need to convert it into kilowatt into HP. So 100 kilowatt to HP means 134 HP. And here is 5. Locked rotor kVA by HP is 5. It depends on the NEMA code letter of motor. On the motor nameplate, you can see the NEMA code letter. It may be B, C, D, E, just like that. Here I just consider my motor's NEMA code is E. The E code letter, the locked rotor is kVA by HP is approximately 4.5 to 5. Here I need to consider the maximum value. So here 134 HP into 5. That means 670 kVA. It is the starting kVA of motor. In industries, we use different starters for the motor starting. You know, if the motor is even 1 HP, we must use a starter. Whatever the starter is used, we are actually reducing the voltage at the time of starting. That means we will reduce the line voltage to about 50% or 65%, 80% like that. Suppose here I used a starter and I reduced the voltage, the line voltage to about 65%, which means the starting kVA of the motor will be reduced by the square of the percentage of that voltage. Then our starting kVA of the motor will become around 283 kVA. Here our main load is 1953, okay, and the motor load is 100 kVA and the starting kVA is 283 kVA and the transformer kVA is 3000. So we will get 71.2%. You know, every transformer can handle 150% of overload for 1 minute. Over here it is only 71.2%. We can handle this 150%. So this transformer is okay for this motor load. Suppose in this step your answer is more than 150%, you need to consider the next higher size of the transformer. That means we just passed this check. Here you may be wondering that why we actually subtracted this motor load from this main load. It is because, you know, in the starting kVA of the motor, this motor load is included. So we don't need to consider this motor load again. That is why we just subtracted from this our main load. Now when all the loads are running, at that time we are going to connect our motor. We need to check, is there any voltage drop in our system. You know, according to international standard, it is allowable only less than or equal to 10%. Here the equation is starting kVA of motor divided by short circuit kVA of transformer. And here short circuit kVA is equal to base kVA by percentage impedance of the transformer. So base kVA we just take our transformer's kVA. And here we assume that the percentage impedance is 6%. Here our value will be around 50,000 kVA. 283 by 50,000. 283 is the starting kVA of motor as in the previous step, and here short circuit kVA is 50,000. So the value is 0.00566, which means 0.57%. Our allowable percentage of the voltage drop is less than or equal to 10%. Here it is less than 10%. It is only 0.57%. It means our transformer is passed in this check also. For this building project, we can fix this 3000 kVA transformer. Suppose in this step your answer is more than 10%, then you need to select the next higher size of the transformer. If you think you got any new information from this video, please like and share this video for others. If you want to get more videos with lot of information like this, don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.